Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be reviewing the new Holo Taco Cookies and Crèmes collection, which I thought was going to be a bundle, but then it turned out to be a 7 polish full collection just without the collector's box. And I was really excited about this one because I saw the teasers for the Milky White Shimmer and the Black Flaky Taco, the two specialty polishes that are chef's kiss. They are so good. But what I was even more excited about was to find out that the rest of the polishes were all creams. And I use HoloTaco creams in a lot of my nail art. And it also included 2 brown creams, which is so exciting. Neutrals are so important when you do nail art, especially if you do any sort of like natural scenes or people. You need skin tones, you need leaves, you need tree colors. Like brown is so useful. So taking a look at our first brown, we have Brownie Points, which is this really deep fudgy brown. It really does look like they made some brownies over at HoloTaco headquarters and then just scraped the batter into the polish bottle, and it's perfect. Honestly, it was a 1 coater, but I swatched in 2 coats just to make sure I get that nice, super even coverage. They self-level perfectly fine. The wide flat brush that they use as a standard brush now is great, so 0 complaints. It is a great color. And what's really nice about dark browns like this, or really any sort of dark neutrals, is sometimes black is too strong for your nail art for like outlines and shadows and stuff. So using just a dark neutral, like a dark gray or a dark brown, it softens it up a little bit and it looks really nice. So Brownie Points is a 10 out of 10. Our next color is the other brown, which is Ginger Snatched, and as the name implies, is kind of a gingerbread color with that slightly reddish undertone to it. It's really beautiful, and again, 1 coat is all I really needed to cover my visible nail line. It's hard to come up with too many things to say because it's a really beautiful color and a really nice formula, and that's true for a lot of HoloTaco creams. So I do like the variety that we're getting in our neutral colors, so having different undertones and things is going to be really useful for a lot of different applications. Obviously, I'll be using this at Christmas time for little gingerbread manis, but I think it has a lot of applications, as all neutrals do. Next color is one of the 3 pastels, and this is Butter Me Up, a super, super pale yellow, and it really does look like the spreadable butter we put on our toast. And I did hear some complaints that there was some patchiness with this. Pale yellow seems to be one of those colors that just is hard to get a good formula for. I did not experience any patchiness. Mine went on, this is 2 coats of a swatch, smooth and patch free, and that's all it took. So I can see if you only put on 1 coat, then, you know, some light colored creams will have some patches, but for me, 2 coats was all I needed to get full coverage, and it's really a gorgeous color. I have really come to like yellow nail polish. I don't really like yellow like in general, but as a nail polish color, I really do like it. And this one is perfect for spring, super, super light and delicate. Our next color is Peri Social, which is a periwinkle, or at least I think it is. I don't completely know what colors are, especially when it comes to blues and purples. They do have that weird mix. Check out my friend Fanaticur's channel. It's linked below, and she just put out a video about indigo versus blurples. So Stephanie, let me know where this one would fall. But to me, when I think of periwinkle, it's this color, and in fact, kind of matches the shirt I'm wearing, which I consider periwinkle as well. And this is a really, really pretty spring color. I'm really glad that we now have what I consider a true periwinkle in the HoloTaco lineup. It is definitely the one version of purple I feel like was missing from all the HoloTaco cream colors. So fills out that rainbow, or at least that side of the rainbow, really nicely. The last cream from the collection is Sweet Tooth, which there's this show on Netflix called Sweet Tooth. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's so good. So I can't help but think about that when I see this color. But this is a really, really, really pale pink. Like when I organize this in my drawers, I'm not sure if I would put it with the pinks or put it with the neutrals, because it really is almost like a flesh tone, but it is ever so slightly too pink, I think. It's like a very chewed bubble gum, but that's making it sound like I don't like it. I do like it. It's just really, really pale. So I've already used some of these polishes in a few nail art looks, and I ended up using this one to make little rosy cheeks on a little chick for an Easter mani, and it was perfect. So it's not too overpowering of a pink. Obviously it's so pale it almost looks white on my camera here. But yeah, this is going to be really useful for spring manis, for adding little details, little touches. If you do nail art, this is going to be great for those really tiny details, just to gradient from one color to another, since it's not going to overpower anything. Up next is one of the specialty polishes, and this is a really interesting one to be released by Holo Taco. It's called Milky White Shimmer, which their very first white polish they released was not milky white, so it's really interesting to see how far they've come as a brand, and they're embracing the milkiness. That being said, my swatch is 2 coats, and I don't see much of a visible nail line at all. It's just a faint shadow of it. I did use a blurring base coat that was kind of a pink tinted, and that maybe is contributing to it, but honestly, I think it's just not as milky as it claims to be, which is fine. It's not meant to be a topper, although I have seen some people use it as a topper and it still looks really good. So if you saw my February mani review video, you know that I've really been into this milky shimmer I got from Plus Life Lacquer, so I'm very excited to have yet another choice of milky white shimmer. That one has iridescent flakes in it. This one is just I think a silver shimmer. Like, it doesn't really seem to have much of a color on its own. It just gives like a shininess to it. It's a really interesting polish, and I'm wondering if they'll ever release more colors in this formula or if it's just a white thing. I really don't know much about milky polishes, but so far as application, it's great. It's going to be useful in pond manis or jelly sandwiches, however you want to word those. You can maybe even use it as a jelly and put it over other colors to kind of soften them up, or just add like a milkiness to those colors. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how people use this in nail art, and I think it's really gorgeous. I can't wait to try it with different glitter toppers to see how it works for a pond mani. Last but certainly not least is Black Flaky Taco. I didn't expect Holo Taco to build up a line of flaky tacos the way they have, but I love it and I hope they keep going. We have like a silver and a red and a rose gold and that multi-chrome fallen flake taco, and now we have black. So it really just makes sense to add it to the lineup, but the fact that it was released with this milky white shimmer, it's just inviting cookies and cream pond manis, and it looks so good. I watched the Kelly Marissa review, and she said that this one could be controversial because some people hate black flakies. What? Why? How can you hate this? This is beautiful. I love this. I get it, Cruella de Vil. Black and white spots are where it's at. I think black flakies are amazing. I love the size of these flakies because they really do look like chocolate chunks rather than chocolate chips, if that makes sense. So, you know, anytime I'm gonna need like a nice visible topper, this is one that I will reach for. Here it is with one more coat of milky white shimmer on top, and it really does look like you could stick your spoon in and enjoy some cookies and cream ice cream. I think it is a beautiful combo, and I will be using this quite a bit. So that's it for my swatch and review of the Holo Taco Cookies and Crèmes collection. I did unbox and swatch these live over on a Twitch stream, so click the link below if you'd like to join us. It's always so much fun to experience collections together and try different color combos and comparisons and things like that. So I'd love to have you come join the next stream with us. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!